Hello, strangers. Welcome to Albert Reads the Hits. This is our 12th installment of the number ones from the 1940s. The song tonight is Glenn Miller's Chattanooga Choo Choo. It was number one for a total of 9 weeks. It was number one for 3 weeks, then it was off for one, then back up for six, from November 29th, 1941 to December 20th, 1941, and then again from December 27th, 1941 until February 7th, 1942. Again, 9 weeks total, but it did miss 1 week in there. So it was a number one song on December 7th, 1941, when World War II started for the U.S. I did read in a few places that it didn't become number one until December 7th, which was the actual Pearl Harbor Day. But the resource that I've been using said that it became number one on November 29th. So there's some discrepancy there. But it was number one, again, for a total of 9 weeks. It was the first of 3 straight number one hits for Glenn Miller. The song that interrupted this song's number one run was another one of his songs called Elmer's Tune. But Chattanooga Choo Choo is of all the songs I've done so far, this is one that I had heard of. Might be one that you've heard of also. It was written by Mark Gordon and Henry Warren. Mark Gordon was the lyricist, and this was the first song ever to receive a gold record. It was the first song that ever got that distinction of being awarded a gold record. So let's get right to it here. Chattanooga Choo Choo from Glenn Miller. And of course Glenn Miller was the band leader. He wasn't the singer. The singer was Tex Beneke. So Glenn Miller's Chattanooga Choo Choo. Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo? Track 29. Boy, you can give me a shine. Can you afford to board a Chattanooga Choo Choo? I've got my fare and just a trifle to spare. You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45, read a magazine, and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing, 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep it rolling. Woo-woo, Chattanooga, there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station, satin and lace, I used to call Funny Face. She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roam. Chattanooga Choo Choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Obviously someone taking a train to get back to his girl. There actually was no Chattanooga Choo Choo. There was no train that went from Pennsylvania Station, which is Penn Station in New York, from Penn Station to Baltimore to Carolina, and then up into Tennessee. That's quite a route to take. But Chattanooga was a hub for railroads. The lyricist Mac Golden. He was riding a train in New York, not even from Penn Station, somewhere in upstate New York, when he had the idea for the Chattanooga Choo Choo. The alliteration worked. I think he said something along the lines of, the Bristol Choo Choo just doesn't have the same ring to it. But again, this song was number one when the United States entered the Second World War. It took on a special place with GIs with the ending. There's going to be a certain party at the station, satin and lace, I used to call Funny Face. She's going to cry until I tell her that I'll never roam. And I'll never roam means that he's home. He's he's not going back. Just like when the GIs would come home from the war, they're never going to roam. They're home. They're not going to go back to fight. Let's see. There were a number of versions of this song when I looked it up on YouTube. Some were 3 minutes, others were 8, some were 11. The song was from a movie called Sun Valley Serenade. The song itself was actually nominated for Best Song, for the Academy Award for Best Song. Did not win. It did I did find one version with Dorothy Dandridge singing and dancing. She did a very it was very good. She was a very good dancer, very good singer. Um, one funny thing about this song achieving number one status is that it did that during a radio blackout. The ASCAP ASCAP is the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. There was a boycott between them and major radio stations over money, of course. So this song became number one without a lot of major radio backing. The the impasse was eventually settled, and music went back on the radio. Uh, so that's about what I have for you tonight. Chattanooga Choo Choo. I definitely recommend you check it out. Um, it's it's historically a pretty famous song. I think it's probably more famous than any of the other ones I've done thus far. Um, and yeah, enjoy it. Listen to a short version, listen to a long version. There's plenty out there, like I said. So listen, that's about it. Do all the YouTube stuff that I am always asking you for. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, email your mom, do all that stuff, and do always remember to tip your servers, tip your bartenders, and tip your rideshare and delivery drivers. Got to add the rideshare drivers in there as well. Until next time, strangers, have a great day. Have a great night.